Hello, everybody. It's Ian here from We Offer Wellness for another episode of Meet the Providers. And today we have Damien, who we're going to talk to about Tai Chi and what he loves to do. So, Damien, hello, welcome. Thanks for being with us for this.
Hi,
Yeah. So, first of all, where are you located and where you do your wellness work from, Damien, please?
I'm located in Southborough, just beside Tunbridge Wells in Kent. My group classes are all around Tunbridge Wells, Wadhurst, Flimwell, so within the general area. I also do one-to-one sessions all around this area.
Excellent. Is so that's Kent. Is that on the borders also of Sussex, isn't it? So it kind
That's
of
right,
sort of
yeah. Kent-Sussex border we're on here. Yeah, yeah.
right.
Kent,
Okay. Yeah, wonderful. So it and it's Tai Chi. So tell us a bit about your history then. Where did this start for you? What's your interest in Tai Chi?
Okay, well, I started doing Tai Chi about 17 or 18 years ago. I was interested, it seemed to combine lots of things that I was sort of interested in. One, I was interested in meditation and sort of transformative practices. I was also, as it happens, sort of fairly interested in the martial side of things as well, which is a strand of Tai Chi. It's something that's possible to do within Tai Chi. So it seemed to bring everything I enjoyed together in one practice, in one art. So I decided to give it a go. And that was, as I say, about 17, 18 years ago now. So from there, I became more and more keen on it. I did, for many years, I did the British Open and European Open championships and got a number of gold and silver medals there, loads actually. And then I started teaching about 8 years ago. And then a year or so later than that, I decided to leave my corporate work and take the dive into doing Tai Chi, just Tai Chi all the time, which was a pretty big leap, but hey, it's worked out.
Look, wonderful. So look, so again, so going right back, what was the attraction then? I mean, had you seen it anywhere, or where was the connect?
I'd seen it, but also I was I was researching or looking for. I was interested in the idea of an integrated, transformative practice, something that is greater than the sum of its parts. I've been reading all sorts of things about different things that you could do, where it was meditation plus this equals something more than just those things individually. And one of the things that I was reading about, I kept on coming across was Tai Chi. And I thought, oh, interesting. And I contacted a few people, and I was very lucky to come across a really great teacher and a really complete style of Tai Chi. It's the whole syllabus is huge. There's so much you can draw from it. It's an amazing style. So that's why I was looking at it initially. This idea of a moving meditation really spoke to me. And what people find is, as well as becoming stronger in the body and in the brain, because it's a mental exercise as well, but also it tends to change your state. It tends to become more like a meditative state, and that really appealed. So that's why I got into it.
And alongside the kind of the physical, the movement side of it, did the kind of more philosophy or spiritual side of Tai
Yeah,
Chi also resonate?
The Taoist philosophy is beautiful, and it sort of dovetails, as you probably know, with Buddhism. All of those ideas are so similar, and they resonated with me a great deal. And even the martial side of Tai Chi is based on Taoist principles about working within the field of forces within which you find yourself, not using force against force. Even the strand of it, which is you might think is slightly martials, competitive, has still got those going with the grain, going with the flow of the universe and being one with it as part of it.
Yeah, wonderful. Hey, look, and so nearly sort of 2 decades you've had of this. Have you
Yeah.
seen it start to evolve and develop and become perhaps, culturally more acceptable? Have you noticed the shift or the change?
I've noticed a lot of people, there seems to have been a lot of things in the last, I don't know, 4 or 5 years that have come out. There's all the time I've been doing it, I've noticed things like studies and things like that. Things I share with my students about this study says it's good for your brain or the body or for fibromyalgia or Parkinson's, all kinds of things. But there seem to be more and more of those coming out as the years have come on. In the last several years, there's been. I remember I had a big boost in people being interested after what's the guy called? Uh, Michael Moore, is it? Is it a BBC presenter? Anyway, he came out with this thing, and obviously tons of people suddenly thought, "Oh, Tai Chi! I want some of this." And it's great. It's great because Tai Chi, can be for people who are young or sort of more senior students, and everyone can get something from it, whether it's quite an athletic thing or whether it's uh, saving you from keeping you more mobile and making you much less likely to fall or lose your balance. It's got something for everyone in there.
Yeah, absolutely great. And I'm pleased. I thought you was going to reference Kung Fu Panda at one point, but anyway, Damien. Look, that's great. Look, so in terms of your experiences with Will for Wellness, what can people expect? One-to-one work, group work? Paint a bit of a picture what that would look like if someone come to one of your sessions.
Well, if you were to come to one of my groups, the format of there's a key format that I tend to follow, and then we add things into that later on as if people want to, and if they become a little bit more confident with themselves and with each other, with the rest of the group. So I always start with some qigong. I always start my talk classes with qigong. Then I will always do, obviously, the Tai Chi form, the sequence of flowing connected movements that we add a little bit extra to each week, assuming that everyone's happy with what we've done so far. So the sequence just grows and grows and grows. And then I always finish with breathing / relaxation / visualization exercise, a little bit of that at the end of the class. In amongst that, what virtually always happens is we start to add in some partner work, which teaches all kinds of additional skills. It's an interplay between two people that flows backwards and forwards like a sort of yin and yang situation. Teaches you coordination, sensitivity, spatial awareness, all kinds of things like that. And then there are things that people add in if and when that particular group want them, we can every movement in the Tai Chi sequence, whether the teachers know it or not, is its root is a self-defense or martial art technique. Now, if my students want to know what that's about, we do that. I'll show you what any of the moves are, and people do it in a sort of light-hearted way, not in a kind of a way, but in a so you know where the move comes from. So you know that it's not just waving your arms around. So that's the kind of situation that we have in the group classes. Of course, when people come to one-to-one, they can draw any of those things that they want, or if they have a specific goal or something that they want to achieve in mind, then because it is personal tuition, like a private person or a private group, you just choose whichever aspects of it they want, and we'll focus in on that.
Yeah, okay. So in a sense, there is a sort of tailor-make or bespoke according to what people need
Of
as
course,
well.
yeah. Yeah.
And all ages, and we're all for that. So, look, Damien, look, we're really pleased to have you with us. Okay, from our standpoint, we want to see more of this sort of stuff in the world, and it become
Absolutely.
as normal as those other parts of the world, which is what you go and do at 6 o'clock in the morning before you go to work and at the end of the day. So, just maybe things will get there.
Fantastic.
So, hey, look, glad to have you with us, and appreciate you. So, everybody, come and seek out Damien on We Are for Wellness. Thanks very much. Thank you, Damien.
Thank you.